Very good afternoon. I have heard of face brick, I've heard of cement, but not in my wildest dreams did I ever think that in a township called Motherwell here in Gqeberha, I'd find a building, half of it made of eco-bricks, cement, and the other half made of polystyrene. When you think of polystyrene, you think of stuff that's merged, discomposed of, but this building behind me has been created by young people here at the Motherwell Community Hub, Environmental Hub here in Gqeberha, an astounding project by young people, most of them with no skills, but being nurtured by this hub to grow and develop a one-of-its-kind polystyrene building, the first of everything. Joining me this now is Lazola. Tell us more about this building. Lazola, I was absolutely amazed. I never thought in my life I would see a building in Motherwell Township by young people like yourselves. Take us through exactly how you guys came about building this one-of-a-kind building here in Gqeberha.
Thank you very much for your time, Sisi. How it came about was that this building actually came about when we started this phase. Phase 1 was the reconstruction of the Motherwell Community and Enviro Hub. Phase 2 then was looking forward as to what we're gonna build, the space that we need to build, but also just repurposing waste. And then that's when we were brainstorming with our architect Johan Lochner, and then we saw a few tutorials online, and that's when we came up with the concept of a styrofoam, or what they call aircrete. And that is just using a cement as well as a lot of foam with a lot of polystyrene, and that is just repurposing the waste so that we find that the polystyrene that ends up in the land tips does not actually do a lot of harm to our environment, and we are using that to also just use an innovative way of actually insulating our buildings. So it's low cost and it takes away the pollution from the environment. And yeah, like you said, I was also very taken aback, and it was just amazing to work on this building, just learning the skills that we've learned already.
Lazola, obviously you're a young person from the township, and you didn't actually have any experience in terms of building. This is the first building that you've built, and it's standing strong. Congratulations to you. What did it mean for you, just as a young man who was once in the township, part of the social ills of the township, to now be brought on board this project? And what kind of mentoring did you receive from Eugene the likes from this project?
Sissy, firstly, for me it's life-changing. I don't mean that in the least, but I mean that it has opened my eyes to a lot of ideas. And just to think back, 2 years I was here in this same neighborhood, and I was out of my luck, and then it took me a while to see the vision that they were coming up with. But when I was here on the ground and we were working every day, working hard, and then I saw like, wow, we can actually use waste to sustain ourselves. We can actually use waste to feed ourselves. And once I got used to the concept of recycling, and then Johan and Belinda came on board to show us the vision that they had for this place. And then I was just not even sure what's going to happen, but when they showed us, like, guys, we're going to repurpose waste, and yes, of course we're going to build, and you guys don't know anything, but the way they showed us, and they were so patient with us, because they knew that obviously we have no experience. Secondly, they knew that if they have to come on board and do a project like this, it has to obviously have that ripple effect in the environment, as what you say. Look, we need people here. We can't just come with our own construction, build it, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and then go. But it has to have something, leave something for us as a legacy, to say, Lazola, you've learned something, take that skill now, go forward and do something with yourself. And it's something that I'll always cherish, because when I work with these people here, Abo Mama, who are also part and parcel, who are actually the founding members of a Motherwell Community and Enviro Hub, it was their vision since 1998 to say, like, obviously, and we are all products of our environment, but we at least need the decency to say to ourselves, we need to live in a clean, safe and hygienic environment. And that for me is firstly the first thing I learned, and secondly, just looking at what we've done here now, I can't ever look at waste the same again. And going forward, I need to make sure that every day, for me, this is something I live, and obviously every day I need to find other good ideas. And I think once we are done with this building and we take it further, I think people will actually be amazed with the ideas we've already drafted and brainstormed. And I hope you guys like the building. I hope you love it. And like you said, it's still standing. And yeah, hopefully going forward, many years from now, it will still be standing.
I definitely like it, and I'm really so proud of the amazing work being done by young people here in Motherwell. Just speaking about ensuring that he carries on the legacy. Zola, a young man who, like I said, was part of the team that did the building behind him, the first of his kind in Motherwell. I think the first of his kind in Gqeberha in itself. And he was just saying, that they've been giving a lifelong skill, and what's important now is to carry it forward to bring other young people, to show them how you can use waste to feed you, to grow your environment, and to keep it clean. But for now, let's go back to the studio.